you're over 60, I love beet juice. 7 foods. Stop for just a moment. And you've started drinking beet juice because everyone says it's good for your heart. Please don't skip this video. What I'm about to share could completely change the way you look at one of today's most popular health drinks. Many of my patients believed that if 1 glass of beet juice was healthy, then 2 glasses had to be even better. Unfortunately, our bodies don't always work that way. Linda wasn't trying to follow a fad. She simply wanted to stay healthy enough to keep up with her grandchildren. She wanted more healthy years. That's when she decided to drink beet juice every morning. First, everything seemed perfectly fine, but only a few weeks later, something happened that she never expected, and it completely changed our conversation.
Before we talk about what happened to Linda, we first need to understand what happens inside your body the moment beet juice reaches your stomach. Beets are naturally rich in dietary nitrates. These aren't the harmful chemicals people sometimes worry about. They're natural compounds found in vegetables. Inside your body, those natural nitrates can be converted into something called nitric oxide, and that's where the magic of good circulation begins. Imagine your blood vessels, like an old garden hose. Over time, it becomes a little stiff. Water doesn't flow quite as easily anymore. When blood vessels relax, your heart doesn't have to work quite as hard. That's one reason researchers have become interested in beet juice, not because it's a miracle, but because it supports a process your body already knows how to do.
But if beet juice supports your body, why did Linda begin having problem?
She had more energy. She walked farther. She truly believed she had finally discovered the perfect morning drink. Like many people, she began adding more and more healthy foods into her routine without realizing. Sometimes healthy foods can overlap in unexpected ways. One morning, Linda noticed something that made her stop. Not pain, not illness, just something different. When Linda came to see me, she asked a question I hear almost every week. "Doctor, am I doing something wrong?" I told Linda something she wasn't expecting. The beet juice wasn't necessarily the problem. The real problem was how everything else fit together. Linda, the first thing I want you to know is this. You don't need to be afraid of beet juice.
I really appreciate it.
You simply need to understand when your body needs it and when it needs something different.
Food should never be your enemy. So what actually matters?
One food almost never determines your health. Your daily habits do. Your body responds to patterns, not isolated moments.
Healthy habits matter most. Let me show you something surprising.
Imagine your health like an orchestra. Every instrument matters. Water, nutrition, movement, sleep. Beet juice is only one instrument, not the entire concert. I've learned that fear rarely helps people become healthier. Understanding if beet juice isn't the problem, then who actually needs to be careful? The answer may surprise you. Here's one of the biggest myths I hear. If the food is healthy, everyone should eat more of it. That simply isn't true. 2 people can drink the very same glass of beet juice and have 2 completely different experiences.
Different bodies, different needs. Why?
Your age matters, your kidneys matter, your medications matter. That is why I never ask only one question. What do you eat? I also ask, who are you? Who should be careful with beet juice? About foods. Let's first talk about people. Because the healthiest food for one person may not be the healthiest choice for someone. Your age matters, your medications matter, and your medical history matters. Your body has its own story. The first group, people who have had kidney stones. The reason has nothing to do with sugar or calories. Margaret is 72. A few years ago, she experienced a painful kidney stone. Since then, she's been afraid of eating the wrong foods. The concern isn't the beet itself. It's a natural substance called oxalate, and how some people's bodies handle. The answer is surprisingly simple. Most healthy kidneys remove oxalate without any trouble at all.
But not every kidney works exactly the same.
In some people, tiny oxalate crystals begin forming little by little, not overnight, but slowly, over months or even years. The good news is, there are simple habits that can dramatically reduce this risk, and most of them cost nothing at all. But before we talk about those healthy habits, there's one mistake I see almost every week in my clinic, and it has nothing to do with beet juice itself.
Most people think they're protecting their kidney.
Imagine pouring just 1 grain of sand into a glass. Nothing happens.
But what if that happens every single day?
Now imagine adding another grain. Another. Kidney stones don't usually appear overnight. Most develop quietly. Little by little, your body is... Fortunately, this isn't the end of the story. Much smarter than you think. Healthy kidneys remove oxalate every single day. So why do stones still happen? Because sometimes we unknowingly make our kidneys work much harder than they need to. The next mistake is one that millions of older adults make every morning without ever realizing it. Group 2, people with kidney disease. The second group includes people living with chronic kidney disease.
Healthy kidneys works differently from damaged kidneys.
Kidneys remove waste every minute of every day. But damaged kidneys have a harder job. Kidneys become damaged. They often have to work much harder. That's why your kidney specialist always knows your situation better than any video online. Millions of older adults belong to this next group, and many don't even realize it. People with naturally low blood pressure often never suspect that beet juice may affect them differently. The third group includes people whose blood pressure is naturally low, or those taking medication to lower it. Some older adults notice they feel lightheaded when standing up, and they never imagine their blood pressure could be part of the reason. Beet juice may help blood vessels relax. That's one reason many people enjoy it for heart health. That doesn't mean you should avoid beet juice. It simply means your body may respond differently than someone else's. Balance, not fear. And so far, we've talked about the people who should pay a little more attention. Next, I'll show you 7 common foods that many people combine with beet juice every day, and why balance matters more than fear. One of these foods is probably already in your kitchen, and it's not what most people expect.
The human kidneys, powerful filters essential to life, are seen here in vibrant health. Observe the rhythm.
Good morning. Today, we're talking about the power of beet juice. Beet juice is incredibly beneficial, especially for healthy blood pressure.
One of these foods may already be in your refrigerator. Another could be waiting on your breakfast table tomorrow morning. By themselves, they're healthy. But when combined with beet juice, they may not be the best choice for everyone, especially if you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones or other kidney concerns. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried beet juice? Type just one word in the comments: daily, sometimes, or never. And if you're watching from the United States or India, tell me which city you're joining us from. I read your comments every day, and they help shape future videos for this community. Now, let's take a closer look. Food number 1, spinach. Let's begin with spinach. It's one of the healthiest vegetables you can eat. Spinach is packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But spinach is also naturally high in oxalate. Drinking beet juice together with large amounts of
spinach every day may increase your total oxalate intake. That
doesn't mean you should stop eating spinach. It simply means balance matters. Food number 2, Almonds. The second food is almonds. They're one of my favorite healthy snacks, and for good reason. Almonds provide healthy fats, plant protein, fiber, and vitamin E. They're wonderful when enjoyed in moderation. Spinach. Almonds naturally contain oxalate. That isn't a problem for most people. But if you regularly combine large servings of almonds with beet juice and several other high oxalate foods, your total oxalate intake can gradually become much higher than you realize. The goal isn't to eliminate almonds. It's to enjoy them wisely as part of a balanced diet. Sometimes a small adjustment makes a big difference. Food number 3, dark chocolate. The third food might surprise you. Dark chocolate. It's often praised for its heart-friendly antioxidants. Dark chocolate contains natural flavonoids, compounds that may support heart health when enjoyed in reasonable amounts. Dark chocolate also contains oxalate, especially varieties with a high cocoa content. For most healthy adults, this isn't a concern by itself. But imagine eating spinach, almonds, dark chocolate, and beet juice every single day. Together, the total oxalate load may become much higher than you realize. Healthy eating isn't about avoiding good foods, it's about understanding how they work together and choosing balance over excess. Food number 4, sweet potatoes. The fourth food is sweet potatoes. They're delicious, naturally sweet, and full of nutrients that support healthy aging.
This sweet potato is just perfect, dear.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I used the new recipe.
It worked wonders.
Sweet potatoes provide fiber, vitamin A, potassium, and many beneficial plant nutrients. Like many vegetables, sweet potatoes also contain oxalate. For most people, that's perfectly manageable as part of a varied diet. The real question isn't whether you eat sweet potatoes, it's what else you're eating. Throughout the day, nutrition is about the whole picture. A colorful plate, reasonable portions, and variety across the week will usually serve your body much better than focusing on one single superfood. Food. 5, cashews. Our fifth food is cashews. They're creamy, delicious, and packed with important minerals. Cashews provide healthy fat, magnesium, copper, and plant protein. But remember, healthy foods don't exist in isolation. It's the total pattern of your diet that matters most. If you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones before, this is the moment to pay closer attention to your overall eating pattern, not just one food. Our sixth food is beet greens, the leafy tops of the beet plant. These are different from beet juice itself. Beet greens are rich in vitamins A, C, and K, along with valuable antioxidants and fiber. They're highly nutritious. But beet greens are naturally much higher in oxalate than the beetroot itself. That's why portion size matters if you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones. If your kidneys are healthy, there's usually no reason to fear beet. The key is moderation and variety. Let's look at one final example. Food that's often overlooked. Food, there are 7. Rhubarb. Our seventh and final food is rhubarb. It's especially popular in pies, jams, and desserts across many parts of the United States. Rhubarb has a wonderfully tart flavor, and it's enjoyed in many traditional recipes, but it also happens to be naturally very high in oxalate. For someone with healthy kidneys and occasional serving is usually not a concern, but if you've had calcium oxalate kidney stones before, moderation becomes much more important. By now, you've probably noticed an important pattern. None of these foods are bad. The real issue is eating too many high oxalate foods together day after day if you're already at higher risk. So instead of asking, which food should I avoid? Try asking a better question. How can I build a healthier pattern for my body? How to reduce kidney stone risk naturally. Solution 1, hydration.
We've talked about foods that deserve a little extra attention. Now let's focus on something far more important. What you can do every single day to help protect your kidneys. Think of your kidneys as 2 natural water filters. When there's enough water flowing through them, it's much harder for tiny crystals to stick together. Now imagine trying to wash dirty dishes using only a few drops of water. That's what dehydration can feel like for your kidneys inside your bodies. The same thing can happen. Less water means minerals stay closer together, making it easier for crystals to grow. Linda didn't change her entire diet overnight. She simply started carrying a bottle of water and taking a few small sips throughout the day. Sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest results.
One simple habit can make a lifelong difference.
Here's something that surprises many of my patients. If you've had calcium, oxalate kidney stones, eating too little calcium from food may actually make the problem worse, not better. Think of calcium as a friendly magnet. When calcium meets oxalate inside your intestines, they stick together before oxalate ever reaches your kidneys. But when there's not enough calcium in the mesa, more oxalate can travel through your body and eventually reach your kidneys. Linda made one simple change. Instead of drinking beet juice by itself, she enjoyed it with breakfast that included plain Greek yogurt. One small habit, a smarter combination.
It's not just what you eat.
The goal isn't to eat more calcium. The goal is to build balanced meals. Healthy foods work best when they work together.
Healthy foods are partners, not enemies. Most people think they're eating very little salt because they rarely pick up the salt shaker. But here's the surprising truth. Most sodium is already hidden inside packaged and processed foods. Think of sodium like tiny invisible passengers traveling through your bloodstream. The more sodium your kidneys remove, the more calcium may be carried into your urine. Linda learned that reading food labels was easier than she expected. Now she compares two products and simply chooses the one with less sodium. Margaret didn't stop enjoying flavorful meals. She simply replaced extra salt with fresh herbs, garlic, lemon, and black pepper. Her food stayed delicious, and her kidneys thanked her for it. You don't have to remove every grain of salt from your life. Just start by choosing fresh foods more often and highly processed foods a little less often. Small changes, repeated every day, can make a big difference over time. Solution 4. Exercise. Don't have to become a runner or spend hours in a gym. Your kidneys don't measure how hard you exercise. They simply benefit when your body keeps moving. Think of movement like turning on a gentle stream. When water keeps flowing, it's less likely to become stagnant. Your circulation works in much the same way. Just 30 minutes of comfortable walking can too help support healthy circulation, maintain a healthy weight, and keep your whole body working more efficiently. Margaret doesn't count steps. She simply stays active. She enjoys gardening, playing with her grandchildren, and walking to visit her neighbors. That's exercise too. The best exercise isn't the most difficult one. It's the one you'll still be doing 6 months from now. Find something you enjoy and let consistency become your greatest strength. Solution 5. Daily habit. Healthy kidneys aren't protected by one perfect meal. They're protected by small habits you repeat every day. Tiny choices, repeated often, create powerful results over time. One simple habit I recommend: keep a bottle of water where you can always see it. When water is within reach, you're much more likely to drink it. Another habit is to fill half your plate with colorful vegetables. Add lean protein, whole
It makes all the difference,
grains,
doesn't it?
and enjoy healthy foods in balance instead of worrying about perfection. Margaret has one evening routine she never skips. Before going to bed, she prepares tomorrow's water bottle, lays out her walking shoes, and plans tomorrow's breakfast. Healthy habits begin the night before. Remember, you don't need to change everything today. Choose one healthy habit this week. Practice it until it feels natural. Then add the next one. That's how lasting health is built. Today we've talked about beet juice, healthy foods, hydration, movement, and the simple habits that protect your kidneys. But if you remember only one thing, remember, this good health is built one small choice at a time. Your kidneys don't expect perfection. They simply benefit from the healthy choices you make. again and again and again. That's how healthier years are created. I'd love to hear from you. Which healthy habit will you start this week? Will it be drinking more water, walking a little farther, or choosing more fresh foods? Share your answer in the comments. Your story may encourage someone else to take their first step too. If today's video helped you understand your health a little better, I'd be honored to have you join our growing community. Subscribe for simple, science-based nutrition advice, explained in everyday language, especially for adults over 60. Thank you for spending these moments with me today. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to your body. And remember, it's never too late to build healthier habits. Until next time, I'm Dr. Michael Carter, wishing you good health every single day.